This is the Sun Pyramid, the larger of two pyramids close by Mexico City. There is a sacrificial temple there in the background where maybe some of these teams will bring some sheet metal after this weekend's over. And that is not Darrell out practicing in the pace car. That's a dust devil, just a little mini twister. The wind whips up from time to time.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Not if you're standing right next to it.
Those guys are getting away.
And now we're set to go for the final 11 laps. Truex, Carl Edwards, first and second. Shane Meal in third. Here's where the Mexican drivers are running. Carlos Contreras, who has been top 10 all day in that number 4, he leads them in 7th place.
Can you say shootout? Or no?
Not in Spanish.
Maybe it'll be spin out.
I learned all my Spanish from Dora the Explorer and Scott's kindergarten Spanish teacher, Julia Pollux.
I learned all mine from Jake.
The free pass car being moved around. I believe that's Paul Menard. Patricia Motorola, Mexican soap opera star who waved the green flag this afternoon and has a lot of fans here.
She ought to be worn out. She's been doing that ever since the race started. Pretty sure she's saying underlay, underlay.
And we're set for what these drivers hope will be the final restart of the day.
Saw her standing up. I'm looking around at both grandstands on both sides of the front stretch. She's right at 100,000 people. Every one of them are standing on their feet.
Total weekend crowd estimate 160,000. Making this quite a successful venture for NASCAR to Mexico. They've appointed Chad Little, who's going to lead NASCAR in Mexico and run a yearly racing series.
Yeah, I don't know that we've ever had over 100,000 people at a Busch Series race. Possibly close at Bristol, but well, I tell you, it's 56,000 here yesterday just for qualifying. Martin Truex Jr. in the 8 car, Carl Edwards in the 6, scrubbing those tires back and forth, trying to keep them clean.
Clean them up, clean them up.
Don't want to spin those tires on this restart, DW.
That's right. Clean them up. Let's get ready to go here.
So here they come off turn 8 onto the front straightaway. It'll be 11 laps to go. Green flag.
Carl Edwards in that 60. He was trying to stay right on that rear bumper, but Martin Truex Jr. in the 8 gets another good restart.
Carl spun the tires. You see the smoke come off his tires? He's spun his tires.
Contreras with a run on Rusty. Drops back in line.
All the dust, of course, is the oil dry that was put down from Jorge Getter's engine letting go. Carl Edwards looks to the inside.
Got to be careful right here because everybody's had trouble getting around this first turn.
Look at that battle back there from about 6th to 12th, though. That's quite a wad of cars.
Kenny Wallace, the 2. Clint Boyer trying to stay on the pavement and not make contact. And Boris Said trying to make it 3 wide. Boris Said and that orange yellow number 1 alongside Clint Boyer makes the pass.
He made it. Those guys set him up perfectly.
He is on a mission.
It's all that patience and all that other stuff, forget that. It's showtime, boys.
But you're right, Clint Boyer in that 2 car, this team has done exactly what they needed to do. His first road course race, they've stayed on the racetrack, they've had good pit strategy, and they've kept their nose clean. Exactly what they wanted to do here today.
Whoa.
By the time I spoke, he almost got off the racetrack.
Now that could have been big. That's what happened to Fernandez qualifying. Popped her off right there.
Into turn 7. Sliding through 8 and back to the front straightaway.
10 to go. 10 laps can seem like eternity at a road course. See Kevin Harvick in the 21 putting pressure on Stanton Barrett in the 36. Remember, Stanton's on some very old tires, doing a good job just to hold on to it.
10 laps is only 80 more turns.
Oh, okay. And how many shifts? About 80 shifts.
Well, Harvick better look in his mirror. Carlos Contreras in the 40 is right there.
Carlos has done himself proud today. He's been in the top 10 all day long. Been very consistent. No hot rod looks pretty good. Whoa.
Boris got inside of Kenny Wallace.
Look at Harvick putting the block on Contreras in the 40 car.
That was a truckload of cinder block he put on him as Shauna Robinson goes for a spin.
Don't you love it? Gets inside of 10 to go.
I think that's the problem. The drivers have been told 10 to go.
As we say back home, business is picking up.
Time to go.
Two guys that aren't really all that worried about it don't look to me like the Truex and Carl Edwards. They have just pretty well checked out.
We'll see these laps wind down. It'll be 9 to go next time by.
Little Boris back there. I mean, he is using up every inch of the racetrack.
Here's Rusty coming after Contreras. Rusty Wallace.
And Rusty has worked all day long trying to recover from that not-so-good qualifying run. But, Darrell, you mentioned it earlier, one of the first cars out in qualifying. The track did have very much grip whatsoever.
Boris said under pressure from Boyer.
I don't think I think Boyer was hot.
Boyer got him.
I think Boyce and Boyer kind of had that little go at it there a little bit ago, and Boyer's determined to get him back.
Boris to the outside.
This is really not the place to.
Got a little tap back in on him. Yeah, the outside in the 1 is not the hot ticket. These guys are battling for the 8th position right now.
Oh, Carlos slowing down.
Oh, that's a shame.
Man.
Carlos Contreras, veteran of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, on tap for maybe a top 5 finish, and now he's out of it.
Somebody else up here spinning out.
And that's Barrett. Stanton Barrett spins out of the top 5.
Yeah, he was running 4th. And he's going to fall back in place about 14th or 15th. That's a shame.
Two really feel-good stories, Stan Barrett and the Carlos Contreras up there, and they both have trouble in the closing laps.
So here's your new top 5. Martin Truex, Carl Edwards, and Shane Neal. This should put Kevin Harvick up to 4th and Rusty Wallace to 5th. Johnny Sauter getting pressured by Tyler Walker in the 38. And McMurray.
McMurray in the 42 trying to get back in the top 10.
Oh, front straightaway. Boyer hangs on.
Somehow, some way.
He's a dirt track racer. He just wanted to stir up a little dust.
From the look of that rear bumper, I think someone stirred him into the dust.
He and Boris have been having a pretty good go at it. You see Boris's front and you see Boyer's rear. I mean, you know, maybe there was something took place there. That's a great save down this front straightaway out in the grass like that.
See Stanton Barrett right there in the 36 car. Last lap he was running 4th. Now he's came back across the line in 13th.
And losing spots.
3 wide. That's Fernandez trying to come up and get past the 35 of Jason Keller.
That's a battle for 15th.
So Fernandez has gained 5 positions since the restart.
Well, he gained 3 and they gave him 2.
Okay. Watch the 2 of Clint Boyer. Here he comes. There he goes.
And I mean, that's all 4 of them off right there.
And he had no help. He was on his own.
Yeah.
All by himself.
Only lost 1 spot.
That raised up a little twister.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting view from our cameraman there coming off turn 8.
Yep.
What was that little dust thing we saw a little bit ago?
Dust devil. 7 laps to go.
Boy, Martin Truex Jr. in the 8 car, he is stretching it out almost 3 seconds over second place Carl Edwards in the 60. Martin's just saying, guys, please behave for 7 more laps. I do not want another caution.
Word from Jeff Hammond is that Carlos Contreras lost an engine within 10 laps of the finish with a top 5 in sight. It's still running, but it's down a couple cylinders. They're going to try to nurse him along to the finish.
Yeah, that's
Here's the race from 5th on back.
And it's a good one back in here.
See Tyler Walker in the 38 car. He was running in the top 5 earlier.
Whoa.
Got into Ashton Lewis. Here comes McMurray on the outside.
Might make it stick.
Yeah,
It's not going to stick right there. The 8 wheels better than 4 did not work.
No. They're going to be a lot.
Hornaday at 33 33. He went underneath them all the way in the grass.
They're going to have a lot of company here with all that smoke.
Now, the blue flag will be waving, and that means there is trouble ahead, but you do not have to hold position. It's not like a yellow caution flag. It means, basically it means be aware.
Yeah.
Be very aware.
I haven't seen many guys make an outside pass work.
Well, you get way outside there at turn 4, Daryl, it's hard to get back for turn 5.
Well, and there's all the rubber and dirt and everything out there, too. You just can't make it stick.
Murray's way, way out there in turn 4. Way out there. Here comes trouble.
Yeah. He knew it.
You could see him lock those front
He knew
brakes
it.
up. The law of physics was taken over. Look at
No
Hornaday
caution.
in the 33. Start stacking up behind him.
No caution flag for that one.
That
But a
costs
lot of scattering.
Costs a lot of guys a few positions.
There's the blue flag you see waving middle of the screen. Blue flag, schmoo flag. Just get me through here, please.
McMurray's on pit.